So this is a guide on how to use My Records to view your data and also to make any amendments that you need to records that you've entered. So from the home page, we would click on Explore and then My Records Full. And we can see here that it's preloaded for us. And we can zoom in and out to see all the data that you've personally entered. Which can be interesting to see how far you've been when you've been doing your recording. We can scroll down here and see the table of all the data that you've ever entered. And down at the bottom here, it has a total tally for you. So we can see I've got over 10,000 records in. The other thing you can do is to click onto the species tab here and see all the species that you've ever recorded. So again, we can scroll down to the bottom and see the total number of species. So 1,710 for me. It's automatically ordered by the taxon group, but you can change that just by clicking on any of the headings. So it can be interesting to see, say, what you've recorded the most. So we can see blackbird and robin are sort of almost tying for me. So once you've entered quite a lot of records, it can be really interesting to explore your data in this way. Pop back over to the records page. And we can see here that you can download this report as well. So if you ever need to explore your records offline, you can download them and you'll get an Excel file with them in. The other thing that is really useful to be able to do within My Records is to delete or amend a record. So say, for example, you've accidentally entered something twice and you need to get rid of one of the records. You would just locate it in the table. So say this robin was a duplicate. And we go over to the right-hand side and we click on the little pencil, which is edit this record. And this will bring up the details of the record that we just filled in. And what you can do here is to change the name. Say I've decided that this is a wood pigeon. I can just change that bit of detail and go down to the bottom and hit submit. And then if we explore My Records Full again, we can see that that robin has now become a wood pigeon. The other thing you might need to do, yes, is also to delete a record. So again, we would find it and click on edit. And we can just scroll down and there is a delete record button at the bottom. And it double checks that you do really want to delete it. And you click OK. And then if we go to My Records again, we can see that that wood pigeon slash robin record is now gone. This is how you would also amend any records that you've entered on the app. So if you are using the app as well, or instead of SEWBReCORD, you can't change anything within the app, so you would need to use the website in order to make any amendments or deletions. The other thing I'm going to show you today is how you would see your notifications. So if we click on Explore again, and then down the bottom here is My Notifications. So when you get a notification from a, for example, a specialist who has looked at your record and has either agreed to it or wants to ask you a question, that information will be available here in My Notifications. And if you have got a message that's automatically generated by the system, so for example, you might get emails that say, this species is not found within this 10-kilometer area. Those are called automated checks and they're made within the system. They're not a person telling you off, it's the system that's just sort of saying, this is outside of my rule set. And these would be here. So we can see I've got quite a few. So you can see here, coordinate is outside known 10 kilometers square. All dates range for Vicious Sativa. And this does not mean the record is incorrect or is being disputed. The information below is merely a flag against the record that might provide useful information for recording and verification purposes. So basically, it's pretty safe to ignore these automated checks. So as well as finding the notifications on the web page, you will also be emailed them, both the messages you get directly from experts and also the automated checks. And when you receive one of those emails, you will be able to amend the settings for how many emails you get, basically. And if you click on the link in the email, it brings up this page. And you can change whether you get record notifications daily, immediately, weekly, never. So species alerts, the comments, whether something's been verified, record cleaning results for your record. So that's the automated checks, and you can switch those off altogether, which personally I have chosen to do because I'm basically ignore those when I receive them. And there are a couple of other options if you're actually a specialist. Those don't apply to most people. So you can change these to however often you would like to receive emails from SEWBReCORD, and then just click on Save Changes to amend that. So if you feel like you're getting too many emails, you can change them via the email that comes to you. There is a link in there to amend your settings. So that is how you would use iRecord to amend any records that you've got, and also how you can deal with any notifications and how you view your notifications.